What's good, everybody? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk Dima Gangster Music. Little Meech is the son of Big Meech, the Detroit drug dealer who is now locked up in the feds. He was worth 300 and 400 million. But free Big Meech, you know what I'm saying? Seems like a cool guy. You know what I mean? If I ever see him, I'll buy him a beer. Shout out to the brother. But his son, Little Meech, has taken a different role to success. Unlike his, his father, he has started to act, right? And Euphoria is one of the series that he's in. He's been working with 50 Cent. 50 Cent has been mentoring him. He's, been on some of 50 Cent's productions and things like that. But there is an allegation that is out there right now that I cannot confirm. And stop the show. We are talking about media takeout. And can I get a game over sound effect, Nima? Right. Media takeout is with that BS. I love them, but they be lying sometimes, right? And what they're saying is there's an alleged explicit video of Little Meech and his Latina girlfriend on Twitter. Okay. And can I hear some booty clapping sounds? All right. And I looked to search for it. Stop the show. Not that I was looking for the tape in itself, but I went to click on the link they had, and it was an allegation of somebody saying that there was a sex tape with Little Meech, and obviously there's no real evidence of that. But I want to talk about the bigger picture here. The bigger picture is not really about Little Meech having a sex tape out, but it's also about the alleged woman that he's dealing with, which is Hispanic. And this goes to talk about the core of what we deal in the black manosphere, all right? And I think that a lot of ladies need to understand this. Number one, I posted videos where a lot of women were talking about Little Meech is conventionally handsome. A lot of women think that he's attractive, that he's a good looking guy. I also posted a video where somebody said he was musty. I doubt that very seriously. But the reality is that I'm dealing with the premise of this argument, because what I've seen with a lot of black men is when they come from an urban environment, let's say Detroit, where I believe Little Meech is from, or somebody like me from Del Paso Heights. Once your talents take you into different places, you also meet different people. That's obvious. I mean, shout out to all the black men that, you come from the hood, but you go to PWI, a predominantly white university. Some of you guys, you move up into, a company, you get a skill, you make enough money, you don't live where you used to live at anymore. All right. Once that happens, you're not dealing with the same sort of people. And what happens is when you're not dealing with the same sort of people, most likely you're not dealing with the same sort of women. Okay. And this is the progression that you're seeing right now with black men, especially with a lot of more black men getting into the middle class, a lot of black men getting into the upper middle class as compared to times before. What you're seeing is more opportunities. All right. One of my brothers here on YouTube, I will not call his name right now, he just bought a boat. I won't even talk about who it is. Okay. If you guys know what I'm talking about, like, imagine you just buy a boat. I don't even swim. Okay. I'm scared of baptism pools. This nigga went and bought a boat. All right. Very successful guy. He's a millionaire guy, and he's not married to somebody in our community. Right. But it's the exposure is what happens. And a lot of people don't understand that. Like when you start dealing with different kind of people, you kind of can judge. Well, okay, this is different from what I'm used to. And let me just say this. I want to be real when I talk about this. This is important. I'm not saying that you can't get, beautiful black women that understand how to act, that have a lot of class, because you can. But what if you're not living in one of those great cities? What if you're not, you're not longer in Detroit anymore? You're no longer in Atlanta anymore. You're not in LA anymore all the time. You might be in Europe. You might be in London. You might be in Paris. And they do have some black populations there. But the reality is the more you move up, the less black people that you see. And what happens is that competition starts to get a little different. All right. And for black men like Little Meech, he gonna have opportunities that the average guy don't have. And at that point, every black guy is not like, I gotta have me a sister, and that's all I'm dealing with. You see what a lot of guys are doing, and especially entertainers. A lot of guys are playing that mulatto role, you know, like I'm gonna deal with a woman that is, like Nick Cannon does it a lot. A mixed race chick or something like that. And the reason why they can do that, obviously, some of that could be preference, but some of that also can be just opportunities, all right? Successful people in the black community tend to move away. It's something that we've seen. It's called black flight, but it's not just black flight into another neighborhood with your black wife. It's black flight and dating preferences. And we're seeing that all too often, especially in the NBA, you're seeing entertainment. You're also seeing it with a lot of the emerging blacks too. And I'm talking about the guys who are not necessarily African-American, but I'm talking about guys who are from like the Caribbean guys, the guys from Africa. They're doing it exclusively a lot of times, you know, because I'm gonna tell you, like right now, in their cultures, in some of them at least, it's okay for them to date outside their race and they still get their respect. You know, you can still, in certain tribes in Nigeria, you can still get a white wife and a Hispanic wife and you're looked at as a chief, depending on your people. So the reality is that what I'm saying is that competition for guys that have options are going to become fierce. And it's like a damn if you do, damn if you don't. When the guys don't have anything, you don't want them. Because a lot of black women don't deal with promise. You know, like, oh, you have the potential. If they're really sexually attracted to you, they deal with the potential. What happens then if this guy becomes something that you could not expect, you could not predict, and now he's there at the finish line, and now you're like there, okay, I'll deal with you now, but then there's like everybody else. There's a Latina lady, there's a white lady, there's an Asian lady, and some of these ladies, I'm just gonna be real, we're gonna be real, family. Stop the show. Some of these other chicks are out here caking these days. They got booty too, okay? So now you have like, okay, I got a white girl with the real hair and the real booty. And I want to talk about like dating in Black America. We really, we really got to understand this, family. We have to be competitive in dating in our community. That's something that we really got to take serious. As far as black men and black women. Not only that, doing business in our communities. I want to talk about that very seriously too, because as an African-American man, I need, if I'm dating in my community, to be competitive for the woman that I need to get. I don't care how much I make or how I need to be competitive if I want to stay in the community. And the reason why this is even getting any views on me to take out, because here you have a black man who some sisters can feel conventionally attractive, that has opportunities, and he's dealing with a Latina woman supposedly, and not dealing with a black woman. My question is, where is the competition? But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I already appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.